Halloween is over, which is why Still Scrolling is going to give you 50% off of Kohl's Cash and Old Navy deals. I'm one of your hosts, Justin.
And I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, okay, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
Derek, you cut off like at the worst possible time.
Yep.
And so
Yeah, I know.
I hope
I know.
Riverside is recording all of that. So I was like, oh no. And then our lovely elf Steph. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I will have to be leaving soon to go work at the North Pole. I have been called in. I will say there's quite a few great benefits working as an elf in the North Pole.
Ooh, do they have dental?
They do have dental. They do, unlike in Shrek the Third.
Oh gosh.
If you know, you know. But you get like a couple months out of the year working at the North Pole, and then you get the rest of the year off, right? To do whatever you want. The pay is pretty great. The sweets are pretty delicious. The hot chocolate's the best I've ever had. And the reindeer, they may be stinky sometimes, but they're quite adorable.
I heard Santa struck a deal with Jeff Bezos, but that's beside the point. Welcome to Still Scrolling. Halloween is over, which means it's time for Christmas content. Are you guys excited? Mariah Carey's all defrosted, ready to go.
Excuse me, I want Thanksgiving. Okay? I want my fall time. I want my fall time festivities. Fall time is over. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, then I'm in Christmas mode. Otherwise, I'm reading my fall books. I have a list of what to read.
Okay.
And then I'll get into the festivities and read my Christmas books.
Okay, here's the thing. I have a hot take. I feel like people who are like, what about Thanksgiving? Never have to prepare Thanksgiving.
Oh, no.
Yep.
We always have like a big Thanksgiving, so...
But do you have to prepare for Thanksgiving, Steph?
Recently I've made like desserts.
Have you made the turkey?
No, I don't even eat turkey. I don't even eat the turkey.
Get out.
I'll eat roast beef or ham.
We're done.
Turkey makes you sleepy and it's dry. Although I do like turkey sandwiches.
Your
with, like,
turkey
thin
is
deli
dry.
sliced
Yeah,
turkey.
your turkey's dry, maybe.
I don't cook the
Hey.
turkey. I'll put gravy on it. That'll make it better, but I don't cook the turkey. I just prefer the taste. I also like the taste, too. I prefer the taste of ham or roast beef especially.
I get that. Ham is good on Thanksgiving. But anyways,
I haven't had lunch yet. I'm really hungry.
Oh, no. Oh, we got to get through this show then. Derek has to eat. We have so much to talk about this week.
Rapid fire, still scrolling.
Yes. I think the quick hitter segment went pretty well last time. So we're going to keep it rolling with some quick fire thoughts about some stories that happened over the weekend, but don't deserve a full segment in the show. You know what I'm saying? It's quick hitters. Okay. First on the quick hitters, did you guys hear that Snap is saved? Apparently, a judge ordered that you have to use the emergency funds to save Snap or until they run out so that people can get their benefits. Derek, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
This is a thumbs medium. It's a Band-Aid. We still need a more permanent, ongoing solution, but it's better than people having lost the benefits altogether starting in November. Yeah, could be worse, but we definitely need way more and way better from our politicians. I do hate that it doesn't get as much attention as like everything leading up to it, right? The whole back and forth about like Democrats are doing this, Republicans are doing this, and that whole drama, the controversy, that makes politics kind of quote unquote fun for people to pay attention to. But now that it was just like, well, a judge ordered this, so never mind all of that. Nobody's losing benefits. Like that should be getting a lot more attention, right? Because it's like the judge ordered the current administration the current political party in power, a judge had to step in order them to give you your benefits. Keep that in mind when you go vote next year. Keep that in mind when you go vote in 2028. That's not getting as much attention as it should. So that kind of sucks. But
Oh
it
my
is what it
gosh,
is.
voting is tomorrow. At the time of this recording, voting is happening today. So make sure you're voting in your local elections. Steph, is this story a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I mean, Derek pretty much touched on everything that like is important about this. I would say it's same thing. It's kind of like a thumbs medium. There's still a lot to work on. Voting is, at the time this airs today. So make sure you go out and vote, whether it's just a local election. Local elections do matter. Um, it may be just one small thing you're doing, but it has a big impact. So definitely be part
Okay.
of that change.
I'm going to give this a thumbs up for now. I'm optimistic that this is going to give people the right kick in their butt to reopen the government, but we shall see. Another
Oh
quick
yeah, it's
hitter.
still closed.
Yeah, it's still closed. So another quick hitter. The sequel for Godzilla -1 has been announced, and it has a new title. It's called Godzilla minus zero. Steph, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
This is a thumbs up for me. I really enjoyed Godzilla Minus One, especially seeing it in IMAX. Totally worth it if you want to see the new one. Um, I feel like they should do like a re-release of the first one before the next one comes out. I feel like they're gonna do that. But I'm very excited. I knew how when the movie ended that there was gonna be something. They teased a little something, a sequel. Um, and also like with the ending of the movie with the girl, uh, you know, there's something going on there that we still have questions about. I'm very excited. I'm a Godzilla fan. My brother's an even bigger Godzilla fan, so we're definitely all gonna go see it together. Can't wait for the popcorn buckets.
The popcorn buckets of destruction. Derek, are you a Godzilla fan? And more importantly, is this the math that's correct in this title? Is the math good? I feel like it's not, but that's beside the point. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
It's a thumbs 45 degrees for me. I just hope,
Oh.
like Stefania mentioned, popcorn bucket. I hope they don't lean into the Americanized version of Godzilla for this one. I
Ooh.
hope they stick to the like allegory for nuclear war Godzilla, right? Like I hope they stick to that type of a Godzilla where he's a force of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like the hero to save humanity or anything like that. Considering it's a sequel though, um, I'm assuming there'll probably be some other sort of kaiju threat or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see how they balance that, right? Because to just make it a sequel where he does all the same stuff really wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they're gonna have to lean into that. But so I'm curious to see what it is. I'm skeptical about it because just because the first one is so good.
Interesting. I think it's really funny how this title looks like goo. It's just
Goo.
I do think it's funny that in the first one, Godzilla -1, it's titled that because it's like they just got through nuclear war and
Yeah.
Godzilla put them below zero, which is very funny. So, what does Godzilla do to get them maybe are they at zero again? Is he helpful maybe? But
Yeah.
if he's just destroying more, why is it not called Godzilla -2,
I think
But
maybe it's because the status quo, the normal is already what happened in -1.
Mhm.
So now this is like -0. Like this is the new normal. Basically, you're gonna have monsters attacking Japan every now and then.
All right, call Guillermo del Toro and Pacific Rim. Another quick hitter. Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers. They hired the same bank that like I guess did the Disney deal to buy Warner Brothers. Derek and I talked about this I think either last week or 2 weeks ago about
Mhm.
who we'd want to buy Warner Brothers. So I'm very curious. Derek, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
This is a thumbs down. This is a boo Ted Sarandos, boo Netflix. Just stick to making your 3 pieces of original content that you do per year and raising our prices, right? Like, it
Dang.
reminds me of how Netflix and a few other studios, they're like opening studios in like somewhere in New England, right? One of the northeastern states. They're committed to like building a studio. Um, so it's kind of like, oh, that's where all the increased subscription fees went. I see this more as like, I see this as an extension of that, where it's like, great, here comes another price increase just to have all the same content, right? They're not going to necessarily produce anything new. They just are going to now own Warner Brothers catalog, which exists without Netflix owning it. So just leave it alone. Leave it alone and focus on making good content, which has been everybody's number one complaint for the past 5 years.
Yeah. And I just got the notification that they're raising HBO Max prices.
Mm-hmm.
So
What did I say yesterday? Cut it off. Cut it off.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to address the comments when it got posted on the social.
You
People
were
like,
wrong, though. You were wrong about HBO
I was
being
wrong.
one to cut. It's not. It's
Okay.
good.
Okay. Really? All right.
Yeah.
Comments. Listen to me. Post this, Derek. I'm tired of all the whatchamacallits and the whataboutisms. When's the last time HBO had a good show or a hit show besides House of the Dragon or an IP thing? Welcome to Derry is actually pretty good, but that's a whole other podcast. But anyways, come on, guys. Let's be real. How often are you using HBO Max? Not as often. How many times has HBO Max
Weekly,
had a
bro.
cultural
Every other
moment?
day.
Derek, don't lie to me, Derek.
I'm not. I'm being Scout's honor. I was never a Boy Scout, but Scout's honor.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that. Steph, I know that you tried to buy Warner Brothers the other week.
I did.
How's
Yeah.
that going? Is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
It's kind of like a thumbs in the middle. Obviously my offer wasn't a success. I wasn't able to buy Warner Brothers. All I had was 2 pennies and a Klondike bar, and they wouldn't accept it. So
Bro, please stop
but-
talking about food. Oh.
But I have to agree. Warner Brothers was successful for a very, very long time with their original content, and DC is coming back up, and that's great for Warner Brothers. They just need that original content for them to grow and to continue to be successful. I'm not a fan of paying like $20 a month now for HBO Max when Netflix. I'm not paying for Netflix. I think we canceled it actually. Netflix is like what, 25 a month now, which is crazy. But if you actually make original content that is worth the $20 a month, then I think you'll have your customers stay for a longer period of time. So,
Good business sense. You know what
yeah.
I'm scared of, though? I
What?
feel like if Netflix actually buys Warner Brothers, there's a real chance the Snyder Cut fan bros or the Snyderverse may come back.
You
Oh,
know,
boy.
they've
Like a
made
real chance.
Netflix does love to make terrible decisions with Zack Snyder. So you're right. You know,
It's like
Rebel
a
Moon
real
Part 1 and
possibility.
2, the zombie one that he made, like they're all so bad.
I just can't.
But
I
Netflix
can't
didn't
do it.
care. Netflix was like, take the wheelbarrow of money, man.
I'm very concerned because I'm not even like that pro James Gunn. I liked Superman. Everything else that he's made, so far, but please keep James Gunn. Don't
We need it.
bring back Zack Snyder. Please don't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We need it to flourish a little bit and see where it's going. Because I agree with you, right? Like Superman's good, Peacemaker was fine, Creature Commandos was fine too, I guess. But like, let's start getting some non-James Gunn directly involved projects and see how they go before we start, selling the company and doing a bunch of crazy stuff.
Exactly. Another quick hitter, last one of the quick hitters. Did you guys see that the robot revolution is coming because AI is arresting ICE? We have the robots on our side, guys. Who's excited? Let me play you a little bit of the clip that we saw earlier today that made us stop scrolling. Watch this.
I'm a federal officer. You can't. I can't. This is Turtle Island. My people were here before your grandparents got off the boat. Maybe it's.
Yeah, that never happened. The whole thing was AI generated. Fake people, fake voices, fake story, and over 30,000 people in climbing liked it anyway. That's the danger of AI. It doesn't just make cool art or deepfakes for fun. It manufactures misinformation. When videos look real enough to fool millions, it blurs the line between truth and fiction. And here's a really scary part. Once people believe a fake story, it spreads faster than any correction ever can. That fuels hate, distorts public opinion, and can even put real people in danger. AI doesn't care about truth or consequences. That's why we have to fact check everything we see online. Before you share a shocking clip, take 10 seconds to verify it. Look for credible sources, reverse image search, check comments, use sites like Snopes or Reuters Fact Check. Because when we stop verifying, we stop protecting reality. And once truth becomes optional, democracy doesn't stand a chance.
Oh, and I'm worried that AI might be coming for our jobs. We might have to have an AI host pretty soon because now they're coming after our images. Have you guys seen the AI consciously thing?
No, I have not.
I'll just play it.
Just a black man bold enough to speak the truth, and that's exactly why some folks keep trying to shut you up. Check this. Everybody been selling y'all term. Bro, he ain't lying. They don't want dudes waking up. They want you calm, drained, obedient, not switched on. Look around, man. Everybody's pushing. Ain't no coincidence, fam. They feed you junk that kills your drive, then sell you subscriptions to fix the same problem they created.
That's not me. That's not my page. In the bigger picture, too, understand that AI going to be used to do some nefarious things with the deep fakes and all that, because there's folks in that comment section that swept them down that consciously is now selling gummies with ashwagandha in them. It's not just Himalayan gummies, y'all. When you watch the videos, it's obvious they talking about that Peter Whacker. They talking about you being able to eat some of this right here, and it makes you endowed over time.
Wow. Speaking of endowed, Derek, is
Hey,
it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
This is a huge thumbs down. This is terrifying.
Yeah.
Quick story. I bought one of those things that you chew on, and it's supposed to give you like a jawline.
A
This
gum?
was like a couple years ago. I bought it, and I made a video making fun of Matt Rife, the comedian, because he's an asshole. And, you know, the rumor was that he got like, you know, implant surgery and he's like this little pretty boy or whatever. I did it to 1000% make fun of him. One of those companies clipped my video and used it to sell their thing, like unironically use it as to sell. Yeah. I just remembered that right now. So this is like a terrible thing to deal with because consciously specifically already gets a bunch of shit, right? From like moderate Dems, obviously from anybody on the right because he's a black man. He doesn't he doesn't speak quote unquote the right way all the time. He already gets all this shit. And now he's going to be getting shit because he's hawking like, you know, weird supplements and that kind of stuff. And that's just like a mild thing. That's a mild consequence of AI that we're starting to see. The ICE stuff, for example, is straight out dangerous, right? Because now they can just basically create their own propaganda to just double down on like the radical left mob being dangerous, right? And the same goes reverse, right? Where, you know, they can make they can just spread false information that would be, you know, anti-right, and it's scary. And I've gotten used to like hearing the voices of AI stuff, and I can spot when it's like weird, it doesn't sound right, and it makes me question it. But the average person doesn't do that, right? Like we are terminally online people. Maybe not Stefania, because Stefania, we always got to be like, hey, here's this internet trend, and she's like, internet, what's that? You know, she has no idea. But Justin, like I think you know, the three of us really, but I think we're up to speed on like spotting something that looks fishy, but other people our age aren't, right? Other people that are older than us definitely aren't. So this is like a huge thumbs down, you know, and slam the panic button because this is scary.
Very scary. I'm wondering what the end goal for content platforms is. Because at the end of the day, we all three of us make content online, right? We provide the content. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I do think I'm better than a robot. Or more
Yep.
interesting, you know what I mean? Like I know like all these like animal videos and stuff like that go viral all the time with AI and stuff like that, but like I don't see a good financial incentive besides maybe you're saving money because you don't have to pay creators, but like nobody wants to see AI videos slop all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if it's like we're giving an opinion about a piece of art, television, movies like we talk about all the time. I'm very confused why platforms want this when so much of their base is like relating to actual humans. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Steph, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
It's a very serious thumbs down. It's scary, and I'll give you another perspective on like the AI, um, social media stuff. Uh, there are people that can use deepfakes of women for like inappropriate videos, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah, so like that is a thing that has happened, and I think I don't know if there was an article that I read where like someone was able to kind of do like a lawsuit or whatever. I don't know what, but it's like a serious thing where like you could take someone who's like not even like on a social media, like a social media presence or whatever, but their profile is like public. Someone could take their face and like put it on something like OnlyFans, whatever, when they've never had an OnlyFans, you know? And it's disturbing, it's disgusting, it's degrading. Um so yeah, that's another perspective to put into this whole AI thing, and it's very, very dangerous.
I'm
very,
about
very
to do
dangerous.
something. I'm about to do something that I rarely do, and that is
Oh
praise
no.
Donald Trump. Um,
No!
Oh
he
boy.
No!
Oh
did
boy.
Block. Derek, where were you
jail.
on January 6th?
um, the a few I forgot when it was, but they passed like an AI bill basically to help prevent some of that stuff. Specifically, it was around like Taylor Swift. It was like
Oh yeah. Yeah, Taylor Swift.
graphic. It was in the 2020 election, I think it was, or something like that,
Mhm.
or leading up. I don't remember when it was. But it had bipartisan support, and it was a general net good. And I do think that the motivations there are really just like, you know, it was convenient for them to support something like that. I think it says a whole lot that this time around, with this new wave of this stuff happening, they don't really care so much, right? Like they want people to think that citizens are attacking ICE, right? They want people to kind of fall for the propaganda, fake news. They're posting AI stuff themselves, right? The administration, Trump. So I will say that I think at one point they were against it, and now there's really no kind of limit to how low they'll stoop, and that kind of sucks. And that's what makes it scary, because they're the party in power, and they don't really care. That says a lot.
They found a benefit for them
Mm-hmm.
using AI. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. That's the end of Quick Hitters. I think we did a pretty good job going through those guys. What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty damn
Turn
good.
off your auto translation setting on Instagram.
Oh, that's bad? We shouldn't do that?
They use AI for it, because they manipulate your mouth and everything. So
Oh,
I
I don't know
turned it
how I
off just
feel
because
about
it sounded weird. Like that's not how I speak Spanish. So I ended up
it.
turning it off. But Justin, I know you were dabbling in that a bit too.
I feel weird about it because it's like, yeah, I do want other people to understand from like different cultures and different like
Yeah.
languages to
And it sounds
understand what I'm
good for you
saying.
too.
That's like, okay, that sounds like a good thing though. But also I just don't try. I have no idea if it's accurate. I could be saying like a
Right.
slur or something. I don't. I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
That comes with the territory in Spanish anyway, though. Like you could say bug, as a Cuban man, I say bicho, like un bicho, right? You know, it's a bug. But if I went if I went to Puerto Rico and said that, they'd be like, they'd think I'd be talking about like dick or something, because
Oh,
it means dick over there. Yeah. So, that's just a dialect thing either way.
interesting. But speaking of dialects, have you guys been paying attention to the celebrity Halloween costumes this year? It's like after
Yeah.
Halloween, but I did want to bring it up. Steph, I don't know if you were alive for this, but I want you to guess Julia Fox's costume, if you can.
And it was controversial.
Yeah, it got a few hits. It got a
Is
few.
that something to do with Kanye?
You know what? I wish it had something to do with Kanye, but I just want you to see if you can guess what her Halloween costume is.
Oh, is that Kennedy? I know. It's Kennedy in the car after her husband at JFK got shot, and it's like the blood splatter on her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, is this okay?
That's not okay.
Is
That's
it?
not
Nope.
okay.
Not at all. Like, what the
Is
fuck?
it?
That's actually insane. That was an assassination to what people believe is one of the greatest presidents we've had. One of the most like loved presidents that we've had as well. And also the youngest. So this is not a good look. Yeah, the fact that I immediately clocked that, it says a lot, because like you can easily tell this is who she was trying to dress up as. It's not
Okay,
a good
here's
look.
the thing. Is it that bad?
It's pretty bad. I wouldn't
Is it
It's
that
pretty bad.
bad? Okay, here's my example. What if someone went as John Wilkes Booth and Abraham Lincoln? Would you be upset?
I
It'd be weird.
It'd
I
be
think it'd be
weird.
weird.
Mm.
There's no reason to. That's not even trending. It's not even a thing.
It's
Like, what are you
unique.
doing?
But it's also like that was a super long time ago, where like I feel like Gen Z has that, because like Gen Z makes jokes about like a lot of dark stuff, and we need a little dark humor in our life. Let's be honest here,
Yeah.
because life is not that great. But I feel like with Abraham Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth, that was also a much different time period to make fun
Yeah.
of, and a lot of people make fun of that time period a lot.
It's also, sorry, go ahead.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that. It's bad, but I don't think it's cancelable bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's bad, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's like I don't think it's worse than John Wilkes Booth and Abraham Lincoln. I don't.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
what
I
happened to
think,
Kathy Griffin like years
yeah.
ago?
Yeah.
I don't think she should have been canceled. It's outrageous. People will be upset, but also words.
I think,
You know,
yeah. I think Kathy Griffin got canceled. One, because it's just like tasteless. It was kind of gross. I don't think she should have been canceled. I think she was quote unquote canceled because her career was dwindling anyway, right? And she kind of escalated that back and forth between like the left and the right, like it like nowadays I think it'd be a lot more normalized for somebody to do what Kathy Griffin did, but she like escalated it, like, she took, instead of like taking the next step, she took the next 10 steps in this like performative art piece with Donald Trump's head or whatever. My thing with Julia Fox is that this is essentially like a civilian politician's wife. And if you've ever seen the video of when it happens, it's heartbreaking, because like it happens and she's there and she's like scared. She gets on the back of the car and they're trying to speed away and the Secret Service is telling her to stay on the car, which is in and of itself a very scary thing because his body was there, lifeless, and then
yeah.
there's
It's
stories
fucked
of
up.
when they get to the hospital, there's stories of her like handing the doctor parts of his head that she had on her.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
okay. Would you date? Would you dress as Bonnie and Clyde?
no, I think that's lame though.
But
Not-
isn't
not-
People
like
do Bonnie and Clyde all the time, and
hold
they had
up,
a
hold up.
very tragic death.
Yeah, but they were also like criminals, weren't they?
Yeah, that's different though.
That's
Yeah.
different. They're criminals.
So criminals can die. Okay, pause. I don't
Uh.
think anyone should die. I just think people are like, I think people are going too soon for JFK. I think enough time has passed where we could not that I have anything out for JFK, but I think it's a little too precious, guys. Let's be so fucking for real. You know,
It's not off the table. Yeah. It's not off the table. I just think it's in poor taste, I guess, is my issue with it. It's just like, that's kind of gross, man, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also like when you saw them together, they loved each other a lot, and you can just imagine what she was going through, like mentally, how she like came back from that. It's not easy. I can't imagine. So,
Okay.
Yeah. It's very like shock value ish. Like the John Wilkes Booth and Abraham Lincoln example. Like if you were to dress up like that, I think it's just very like bottom of the barrel. Like, haha, here's my Halloween costume. I'm clever, huh? It's one of those, except like fashion is how I
True.
feel about her costume.
All right. I'm going to show you guys another Halloween costume, and I want you to guess who this celebrity is. I want to see if you can guess it. Okay. Who is this?
is that Doja Cat?
No.
Damn. Although it would be funny, right? Doja Cat, Cat in the Hat.
Oh.
I saw it, but I don't remember now who it was. But I saw it. I saw the video of it. I know it's a woman.
Which woman?
Name
Name a woman.
Miss for a
Madeleine
dollar, name a
Albright.
woman.
Yeah.
It's Janelle Monáe.
There it is.
Oh,
Literally, that's really good.
that is really, really
Like,
good.
You hired someone for that. Like, holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
That might be that might be one of the best ones that we've seen. But not as controversial as Julia Fox, I guess, because we can joke about Cat in the Hat, but we can't joke about, you know what? I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. Okay, here's one more. I want you to guess. You guys are never going to guess who this is. Or maybe you can. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Who is this?
Is that Cara Delevingne?
No.
Is that zoom in, enhance?
Oh, wait, maybe the tattoos might give it away.
Zoom in.
I'm trying.
Is that
Oh, do the video. Maybe the video will help.
Hold on.
Ed
hold
Sheeran?
on.
Justin Bieber?
Oh no, yeah, it's not helpful at all.
It's Ed Sheeran.
Oh, it
Ed
is.
Sheeran?
Yes, it is Ed Sheeran.
Oh, that was my second guess. Let's go.
That's
Literally Ed Sheeran. Like, really good. I'm surprised he didn't use
Nice.
his real hair. 'cause he
Stefania
looked
got
fucking- That was good. That was good. But were there
You can
any
see
other
it. You can see it in his face.
I kind of,
Yeah.
I saw the tattoos and I was like, who's someone that has like arm tattoos? A lot of that I know of, which I kind of like guessed with Ed Sheeran. But I also looked at like, he's not that tall. So I looked at the height as well.
Wait, how tall is Ed Sheeran?
I don't know, but he didn't look that tall. Let's
He's
look it up.
probably a little shorty.
see. Ed Sheeran height. He
I'm gonna
is
say
5'8".
5'9". Oh, dang it! I was gonna put some money
Damn.
on it.
So
I
close.
was close.
5'9".
I was close.
So thanks, guys.
But and he gets a little gremlin. Speaking of gremlins, did you guys see the new trailer for Scream 7?
I don't remember Gremlins being in Scream 7
No,
trailer.
Yeah.
I was
Is
just
there
trying
a Gremlin
to make
movie
a
is coming out or
segue.
something?
No, you know what? Don't listen. We are all very sick on this podcast, so our segues may not be as good as they should be. We are so sorry.
Let's be honest.
barely here.
Let's be honest here. Not all your segues are that great.
Excuse me?
Ooh.
Excuse me? Officers, Arrest
Oh my
Stefania.
god. There are some
Arrest
times where you'll have
Stefania.
segues. It's like, that makes no fucking sense at all. But we're just gonna go with it
Stefania.
and not acknowledge it.
Now you tell me? Now you tell me? You know
I
what?
thought
Let's
you,
just
like,
end the
knew,
pod.
like, it was
End
just
the
a bit you were
pod.
I thought it
doing.
was a bit.
Yeah,
I thought it was a bit.
bit.
I thought you were just doing it on purpose because it's a bit.
You know what? Now it's a bit. Now it's a bit.
Hell
Anyways,
yeah.
Scream 7, they're making a new Scream movie. And this time it's all about Sydney again.
And her daughter.
Yeah, and her daughter. I'm a little worried about Scream 7 because they fired Melissa Barrera from coming back because of her support for Palestine and Gaza. I don't know about you guys. I really appreciate that. I got to tell Melissa Barrera, like, oh my gosh, thank you for standing up for a good cause. But at what cost? Do we think that people will remember why Melissa Barrera left Scream 7? Do we let that go? Or I guess, is the internet going to let it go? Because I'm not letting it go. Stefania, what do you think?
I think, and I've said this to someone recently, with the whole, like, cancel culture thing. There will be times where, like, celebrities are canceled for, like, a dumb thing that they do, or, like, I mean, she wasn't canceled, but
Melissa
studio.
Barrera?
Well, no, she wasn't canceled by, like, like, fans, but she was canceled by, like, the studio, I guess, in a way. But it's also, like, a lot of the fans, or a lot of, like, people just kind of forget that celebrities do this stuff or have said this stuff, and then just move on. Because it'll be, like, a year later, like, 6 months later, and they'll be like, they'll see this actor doing something or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, like, this is actually pretty great. And then you'll see on socials, like, do you guys remember when this person did this, said this, and now they're, like, doing this stuff? And you're like, oh, I totally forgot that happened. But, like, what they just put out was pretty cool, you know? So it's like, it, no one really, they remember it, but they have to be reminded of it, that it happened. Otherwise, people are just going to forget that it happened.
Interesting. Derek, are you
I
a
think there's just,
Scream
like,
fan?
too many other things in this world that are more important than, like, celebrities being canceled. Like, a lot more people are worried about other stuff than, like, what happened with a celebrity, you know?
Interesting. Derek, are you a Scream fan? And will you be supporting Scream 7? Or are you Team Melissa Barrera?
I was never going to watch Scream 7 in theaters anyway. I think the horror genre relies way too much on, like, here's part 40 of the same franchise and it's the same fucking thing that you've seen already. But just like Final Destination, for example, right? Like who keeps going to see these movies? You know what I mean? And I don't think it's that they're necessarily doing really well at the box office. I just think they are cheap enough to make that they'll turn a profit, and it's like a net positive for the studios. So they just keep making these movies, even though sometimes they're great, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're a wait for streaming type of situation. The first Scream movie of the reboot was good, right? The first one with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega.
It was really
The second
good.
one where
Five Cream was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Five Cream,
Five Cream.
Five Cream was good. Scream 6, it was already like, okay, yeah, they've already exhausted the reboot, right? Like they
What?
were already kind of like, yeah, I didn't like that
No,
one.
I thought it was brilliant. Like, okay.
I think, but
come on.
but sometimes
That
that's
was
okay,
great.
right? Like sometimes you like Rocky 3 and you think it was great, and you can acknowledge that Rocky 2 maybe didn't need to happen, right? But it did, sort of. That's a bad example. Anyway, the point is, I think a Scream 7 with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega would have been fine, would have been good. They would have bounced back, in my opinion, from it. But the fact that it's gone now and they're making the original cast, the main cast again, instead of a supporting cast, including Matthew Lillard, that, like, didn't he die?
Well, he died. Okay, have you guys all seen Scream? I'm about to spoil Scream. If you haven't, Derek.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Technically,
I
he
just don't
did
remember.
die, but
Yeah.
they never show his body. It's been like a slight fan theory that he could be alive for decades because Skeet Ulrich clearly, I think he gets like shot in the head, clearly dies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard gets stabbed because for some reason they stab each other, so it makes it look like they aren't Ghostface, which is so dumb. He gets
Yeah.
stabbed and a TV falls on him and he gets like quote unquote electrocuted. And then you don't go back to him. So I'm sure in like when the original Scream was coming out, he was supposed to be dead. But also it's a bad enough injury where you could theoretically, I guess, live from a TV falling on you, right?
Right.
And so Matthew Lillard has been wanting to come back for years. Like he's been like asking to come back, et cetera, et cetera. And it looks like they're going to bring him back. Skeet Ulrich came back as a ghost, like as in like Melissa Barrera's head or whatever. And I did not enjoy that. I didn't because he clearly died. And Scream is good because there are zero supernatural elements. What makes Ghostface so scary is that he could be the guy or the girl next to you and you don't know. It could be a crazy it could be anybody. That's the scariest part. And that's one of the reasons why I loved when they brought it to New York, because New York is such a busy thing and there's like hundreds and thousands of Ghostface, like thousands of Ghostface killers.
Dude, I was in New York for Halloween and there was a Ghostface everywhere.
Exactly.
There was like a group of Ghostface. Yeah.
Brilliant writing. So I don't think I'm going to support Scream 7. I can't. It's just, but they're having elements where I think they're gonna win over a lot of people who either forgot about Melissa Barrera or don't care about the whole situation, which kind of sucks.
Yeah,
You
they'll
know
get
what
the
I mean?
horror fans and the original Scream fans to tune in, right? Like the ones that people like. Look, and I mean this in the best way possible because I've seen the horror community online be very nice and welcoming, right? But I don't get it. You know, to make it like your entire like thing like that, to be like, yeah, I love horror movies and every new Terrifier film I'm watching it, every new Scream movie like I just can't. Again, I don't mean that as an insult. I just don't get it. But I think those people are definitely going to check it out. You know, they're definitely going to be like, oh hell yeah, they're bringing back the OG cast, because they can look past the idea of like, after a certain point, especially with movies like the Scream franchise, like y'all are dumb. You know, the main characters, like y'all are fucking dumb people.
What?
You know? Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
this is why we would never survive a horror movie.
I
Oh my
am-
gosh. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. Speaking of horror movies, this came out of nowhere. This is not planned, by the way. I'm so sorry. I'm springing on this on you. Did you guys see what happened with JD Vance and Erica Kirk?
No.
Oh yeah, they.
Oh my gosh,
they
I'm so
embraced-
sorry for springing this on you guys, because I think it's a good enough story. If it's not,
Yeah.
we'll cut this part out. But JD Vance and Erica Kirk are getting, how I say, a little too close for comfort, to be honest with you. Just a little too close for comfort. Erica Kirk now is running Turning Point USA. JD Vance is not doing his vice presidential duties. He's hanging out with Erica Kirk. And then JD Vance, out of nowhere, at one of his speeches, is like, yeah, I really wish my wife, who is a brown skinned woman, I believe she is Hindu. But I want to double check that before I confirm that.
She is.
Yes.
She is.
And he was like, man, I really wish she turns to Christianity while she's in the crowd. It's so weird. Like I have a bad feeling about
Oh. Whoa.
Listen. I said this before.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's weird. I mean,
weird.
it's, you know what's even weirder? Erica Kirk was quoted in saying, "No one will ever replace my husband, but I do see some similarities of my husband in JD. In Vice President JD Vance, I do. And that's why I'm so blessed to introduce him tonight."
Yeah.
Plot
feel
twist.
it's weird.
She was
I
the
just-
one that hired the guy to shoot her husband.
Wow!
So she can make a move on the Vance.
Conspiracy theories on Still Scrolling.
We need the X-Files theme on deck for stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Write that down, write that
crazy.
down. Okay, I know I spring this on you guys like very last minute. But do we think Erica Kirk is fucking JD Vance?
I don't
I
know
don't want to
about
think
that.
about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I do think the whole thing is just so weird.
Yeah.
Because to introduce somebody and say like nobody will ever replace my husband, but there's a lot of similarities, that either means that you think that your husband was like at or above the level of the vice president of the United States, right? Like if you're making like a professional comparison, right? Or from like a personal standpoint, it's kind of like, why are you looking to replace him with JD Vance? Like, why are you trying to justify? Why are you trying to make this sort of connection? It's just weird. And I think if you're going to assume positive intent and that it's not some weird like divorce planning thing, these people are just so fucking corny that they think this is heartfelt. They think this is like saying something. You know, they think that this is like the performance that the crowd wants to see, which admittedly they do because the crowd is just as bad. But for like normal people watching it, it comes off as like, are you setting the stage to like get together, right? Especially when you put it in the context of JD in that interview saying that he hopes his wife sees the light of Christianity one day or whatever the fuck. Like, I feel bad for his wife, you know, not to say that she's faultless here, right? Because she signed up for this, you know. But you know, she's kind of trapped in between a rock and a hard place here, because if she gets divorced, then she becomes a villain to Republicans and MAGA, right? Even on the left, right? She still gets heat from the people saying like, oh, she's complicit and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, she's going to be essentially victim blamed to an extent. It reminds me of Vivek Ramaswamy's wife, who is a physician.
Oh my god.
And when it came to like the COVID and vaccine skepticalness and, you know, all that kind of stuff, you would see her kind of contorting herself into like justifying her husband's views on vaccines. And it's kind of like you hate to see it because it's like, man, you really hitched your wagon to a shitty man. And you know, like it sucks.
Oh my god. Tell me about it. I'm living in Ohio. He's trying to run for governor. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But guys, I hope they fuck. I hope they fuck. Listen. Hear me out. Okay? Hear me out. If Trump leaves and doesn't go for a third term, please don't like. And JD Vance tries to take the mantle. JD Vance doesn't have the charisma hold that Trump has.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean is, I think JD Vance can get taken down by an old school Bill Clinton scandal. I'm talking like real, like you did not have relations with that woman scandal. JD Vance can get taken down by that. Trump, I guess he's Teflon Don. So,
yeah.
So
well, here's
my
the thing.
Evil brain.
Here's the thing. So here's my cynical brain, right? JD Vance right now, his only skill is to just you know, and just be the mouthpiece for the administration and spin things how it needs to be spun, right? Like that's his only skill right now. He, like you said, he doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have that. I think it's not that this is undercover. I think they're setting the stage for them to get together so that when he runs for office, he has that Christian nationalist hold
God.
Turning Point has on the country, that MAGA has on the country. They're trying to basically set him up to be the next guy, because you know that they don't really care about being good Christians. They don't care about divorce. They don't care about family values for real, because if they did, Trump wouldn't be in office. So I think they're setting the stage to get him to be the next guy. And they can't do that with his current wife, who's not Christian and not white. So they're setting him up here with this. It's an arranged thing that they're trying to do, which is worse than what you're saying, where it's just like, oh, they're just fucking behind the scenes. I wish it was that. I think it's more insidious.
Okay, I'm so sorry for speaking on that on you guys, but it's now time for our last segment. Am I the asshole? But I'm changing it up. I'm doing something a little different. This time, I'm going to be asking the question, am I overreacting? If you don't know this, it's like a similar subreddit to Am I the Asshole? But this person is asking, am I overreacting? Same rules as last time, where I say the title and you have to say yes or no, are they overreacting? So, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Am I overreacting for calling out my boyfriend after finding out his homemade romantic dinner was takeout from down the street?
Listen, Mrs. Doubtfire is one of my favorite movies, so nah. If it was good, then, good. Good for him. If you had a good time together, that's a funny joke, and maybe make it clear that next time you want it to be home cooked. But yeah, I think you might be overreacting a little bit if it's the first time this has happened.
Okay, Steph, what do you think?
It's so hard to get a clear answer. Because she probably felt lied to, which is not good. I would see it as a funny, like I said, if the food is good, then I don't mind. So I would say she's overreacting.
Okay, let's find out.
Damn.
My boyfriend told me he wanted to cook for me and made a big deal about planning a romantic dinner. When I showed up, there was music, a roasted duck, and honestly, it looked too perfect. I noticed the same foil containers in the trash from the restaurant near our place. When I asked if he ordered it, he said he just used their packaging. I got suspicious, checked the bin, and found the actual receipt from that restaurant. We had a big fight because it was obviously a lie, and he got embarrassed and said I was ruining the vibe. I would have been fine if he just told the truth. I mean, I'm not a great cook too, but I'm making food either way. But why did he lie to me? Am I over the reaction? I
Look,
well,
maybe she's overreacting, but and I know that this isn't the subreddit. He's definitely an asshole for not just owning it, because that would
Is
become
he?
it would just become a very cute thing. Like, yeah, babe, I didn't want to let you down and make crappy food, so I chickened out and I just ordered. And then, oh, I love you. And he probably would have got some sloppy that night. You know what I mean? But instead it reversed course, and it backfired on him.
Oh, I think she's overreacting.
I think she's overreacting.
I think it's a funny thing. I don't think it's that deep. Steph, what do you think?
It's not that deep. I mean, I would find it pretty funny. Cause at least he took the effort to make the vibes, the air, the atmosphere nice, right? So it's not like he didn't put effort into anything. He did. It's just he wanted to impress her, and so to do that, he had to order food. I think it's a funny joke. Tell in the future.
Yeah.
What is the level where you're mad at it? You know what I'm saying? If it's like a nice steak dinner or something, or some cool fancy duck or some shit, and he ordered it and act like he cooked it, I'm impressed. Like, wow, you really went downtown to go get it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you spent a pretty penny just to act like you made it. But if it's Burger King burgers and some
Yeah.
like, oh, you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Oh gosh.
After a certain point, it's kind of like, when did you notice that this food was too good too, right? Because I feel like I'd notice right away and I'd be like, you didn't cook this shit, you know?
Especially if you've eaten it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, I have one more for you guys. Am I overreacting for leaving my friend's birthday dinner after she forgot to include me in the group reservation?
Oof. Yes.
Wait,
Yes. I'm going to say yes.
that she's
Oh, okay.
overreacting?
Am I overreacting for leaving my friend's birthday dinner after she forgot to include me in the group reservation?
You have to include someone in a group reservation? Interesting.
Yeah. Like, I guess the count was off, right? They did a reservation for 10 instead of 11 or something.
Oh, well, it could have been anyone then that they forgot.
Maybe.
Right?
We
Right.
I
shall
think she's
see.
overreacting.
Okay, let's find out. So, my close friend, let's call her Elle, just had her 30th birthday dinner last weekend. She planned a big night at a nice restaurant with about 12 of our mutual friends. We've been friends for years. I helped her move apartments, planned her last birthday, so I assumed I was automatically included when she started talking about it. 2 days before the dinner, I realized I hadn't gotten the invite with the details like everyone else had. I texted her and she said, oh my God, I thought you saw it in the group chat. For context, there was no group chat that I was added to, ever. She said they were already full for the reservation, but could still come and maybe they'll squeeze in one more chair. I showed up anyway, thinking it'd be fine. Except when I got there was literally no seat for me. Everyone else had place cards and little gift bags, and I was the only one standing awkwardly behind the table while the waiter tried to figure out what to do. Elle just laughed it off and said, so sorry, babe. We didn't think you'd actually come since you didn't RSVP. I felt humiliated. I made small talk for about 10 minutes, and then I told her I wasn't feeling well and left before ordering anything. Later, she texted me a slightly passive-aggressive text saying I made things weird by leaving early and overreacted because it was just dinner. Our mutual friends are split between saying she was definitely rude, while others think I should have just stayed and not made a scene. So, am I overreacting for leaving?
No. I would say
No.
no.
Yeah. I changed my answer. I was wrong.
Yeah.
She's not overreacting. I think, if anything, maybe get the hint. Sometimes you have people that are your friends that you think are your friends and they're really just kind of shitty people.
Mm-hmm.
I think the minute she said, oh, I thought you saw it in the group chat, that right there is your hint to be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
these aren't my friends. So
Yeah.
sorry. It happens.
And the fact that she said maybe they'll squeeze you in, I'd be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I have plans anyway.
Okay.
Because she didn't get the invite, right?
Interesting.
So I'd be like, yeah, I have plans.
I think she is overreacting.
Justin!
Listen,
Dude,
listen.
She
hear me.
had goodie bags for everybody, bro.
Listen.
She had to stand. She had to. There was really no seat for her. She had to stand
The
behind
seat
the
is the
table.
least of it. There should have at
I
least been a
think-
goodie bag.
Nah. Okay. Here's the thing. Maybe I'm too competitive. Maybe I'm too combative. Because now it's a bit. I'm bringing this up in conversation every 2 seconds. Remember when you didn't invite me to your birthday dinner? That's crazy. Oh, I'm going to sit next to Uncle Steve because you didn't invite me to your birthday dinner. Oh, Uncle Steve, what'd you get in your goodie bag? Oh, great. Wow, that's so cool. If only I had a goodie bag. No, you got to flip it back on them. Make it a bit. No, you got to drive that to the hoop, my guy. Don't lose. You're admitting defeat by walking away. You gotta take that to the hoop, man. Come on. What? You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong?
Yes.
You
Justin
make them
always
feel
sees-
bad.
Justin always sees the comedy element in these
Yeah.
stories. Always.
Listen, do it for
How
the
could
bit.
we make this funny for us?
Here's the thing. Is that it's also dinner time, which means it's probably nighttime already, which means
Yeah.
I'm probably tired. So I'm gonna just go home. I'm gonna just go home, pick up some Chipotle or whatever on the way home,
Chipotle.
and watch TV. Watch my HBO Max, which is the better streaming service than Netflix. All right. Eat my Chipotle, okay, and then try and figure out, how to not ever have to associate with these people again. Because I get what you're saying, right? I would love that too, but I think the fact that there is no goodie bag, the fact that she's like, oh, you didn't RSVP after like she already knew that she never got the invite in the first place, that all just tells me that that friend doesn't care to be her friend,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not going to spend energy on somebody like that past piecing out from that dinner. But if it's like a cousin or a family member, a brother, sister, blood relation where it's like you grew up with this person, then that's a different story. Like what you're saying. Hey, remember when you didn't invite me to your birthday that year? Then that's
Yeah.
funny. Then that's okay because it's a better relationship that sometimes shit happens. But if it's just like my friend that I've helped them move and then they don't even send me an invite and they just kind of don't really even consider me to be around enough to make sure I get invited properly and get a goodie bag, then nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Do it for
It's all about the goodie bag. If I don't get a goodie bag, fuck you. Fuck you if I don't get a
Anyways.
goodie bag.
Oh my gosh, remember the goodie bags. I think that is the end of our show today. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to follow us on the socials. That is TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, and all that good jazz. And we shall see you next week, right?
Next week. I think so.
Bye.
Bye.